Hi, and welcome back to our Hidden Meaning of Dog Behavior video series. This is video number 2, and we will delve deeper into why your dog behaves the way it does. Let's get started. You've probably witnessed your beloved dog assuming this posture countless times, tail held straight and ears pointed forward. As you might guess, those forward ears are a sign that they're actively honing in on their surroundings, eager to grasp every auditory detail. This behavior signifies that something has captured your dog's attention, piquing their curiosity and prompting them to embark on a fact-finding mission. Their alertness indicates a novel sound or enticing scent has entered their environment, captivating their senses. They stand ready to explore and investigate the source of this newfound fascination, their innate curiosity urging them to unravel the mystery that has ignited their interest. The internet has been flooded with cute and funny pictures of people's dogs in the dead bug pose. You know, when your dog basically looks like a dead bug, with its limbs sticking up in the air. But unlike a dead bug, your dog probably has a relaxed face, almost with a content little smirk. This is because when a dog is lying in this position, it means it is submissive and vulnerable and feels safe in its environment. Not all dogs can sleep like this, so when they do it usually means they are a bit more laid back and independent in character. Many dogs sleep on their sides when taking a nap, but they don't usually stay in this position for long, not for an entire night's sleep at least. This is because lying on their side means that, in case of a sudden threat, it will take them longer to stand up and get in a defensive position. So, if your dog sleeps like this or even naps like this, it most likely means they are a very happy and carefree dog, with complete trust in its pack. We like sleeping on our sides as much as the next dog, but, yeah, this is why man's best friend does it. This might be one of the most puzzling practices that dogs will do. After all, humans don't really do this ever. So what's the deal? You've surely heard the line, "Can you imagine if people greeted each other like that," amongst your dog-owning friends when referring to dogs butt sniffing? Well, there's obviously a reason behind this. Since a dog's sense of smell is at least 10,000 better than a human's, they use their nose to learn about the world around them. Dogs learn about each other by sniffing each other's butts. They can learn about the other dog's gender, reproductive status, temperament, diet, and more. Surely, you have been emotionally manipulated or just brought to a puddle of aw from the cuteness of seeing your dog with that slight squint, looking straight at you. When your dog squints or blinks, it usually means he's looking to get your attention in order to spend some quality time with you. If your dog starts doing this often, maybe you're spending too much time apart, and you need to make some more time for your fluffy friend. So, yeah, don't be a stranger to your beloved hounds, people. The squinting needs to be kept to a minimum for their sake. Many people often ponder about the opportune moment to approach a dog. The answer lies in observing their body language. When you come across a dog with an open mouth, a relaxed tail, and ears pointed straight up, that's the perfect time to engage with them. In this state, the dog is displaying a neutral and relaxed demeanor, indicating that they feel secure and at ease in their surroundings. It's a clear signal that they are approachable and open to interaction. If you're yearning for some cuddles or bonding time, this is an ideal opportunity to forge a connection with the furry friend and share moments of affection and companionship. Tail chasing, in most cases, is simply a sign of playfulness, but keep an eye out if your dog starts doing this excessively. It might mean there's a health or behavioral issue behind it. For example, if your dog chews at his tail when he catches it, then he might have skin allergies or anal glands that need to be emptied at the vet. If your dog starts chasing its tail all the time and in an obsessive manner, it may be a sign of OCD. Yes, this affects animals, too. You're better off checking with your vet, just to be on the safe side. When your pup licks you, it is usually to say, "I love you," or to seek out your attention. Also, you can taste pretty good. Don't forget we have nutrients and minerals in our skin, and plenty of sodium to boot. We're basically a salty treat to dogs. If the licking becomes too intense, training your dog to not do this can be done with basic training. The best way to go about this is to ignore your dog when it licks you and reward it with a treat when he stops. Oh, and that myth about dogs' saliva being cleaner than humans? Just a myth. Humping is a very common and natural behavior in dogs. And contrary to what most people may think, it is not always sexual in nature, or a dominance thing, for that matter. Dogs can hump other dogs, objects, or people, and it is usually a playful activity for them. It does look quite funny, to be fair. Unless the other dog is bothered by the humping, there's really no harm in them doing this. It's not really a problem unless it bothers the owner, and if the humping is with people, then you might want to break the habit for other people's sake. If your dog gives you puppy eyes, then this is a really good sign. Most dog owners think that puppy eyes are a sign that their dog is trying to get their attention by being cute. But actually, puppy eyes are a show of their affection for you and their way of hugging you. This adorable look of innocence is a sign that they adore you and are looking for you to hug or kiss them. If your dog looks straight into your eyes and stares at you, you should be very happy because it shows that your dog is crazy about you. While you may think your dog is trying to yodel, this may be your dog trying to communicate with you. In fact, many owners swear that their dogs can speak to them, even if there is no substantial evidence to back this up. A writer for an animal journal comments about his dog's yowling. Our German Shepherd Rescue, the sweetest dog we have ever owned, unless you happen to be a cat, is 9. She talks about everything. Grumbles over being denied a cat lunch, has 5-minute conversations over going out for a walk, exchanges pleasantries, you would swear, over how happy she is to see someone. Yes, dogs can do this from time to time. It is extremely disgusting, but it is not that uncommon. When a dog starts eating its own or other dog's feces, also called coprophagia, it usually comes down to one of two things: either it is a behavior that can be corrected through training, or it is a sign of malnutrition. The best thing to do is to take your dog to the vet if it starts doing this too often. If your vet rules out any nutrient deficiency or medical reason, then it's time to go to a trainer to help your dog break the habit. When a human bows, it is usually to show a sign of respect to the recipient of the bow. But when a dog bows, it can be for several reasons. The way that they bow is by lowering their heads and keeping their body erect. Most of the time, it is a sign that they want to play. They might add in a pair of swinging hips or start wagging their tails in a wild and excited manner. This is the most common sign your dog will give you when they want to play. Dog trainers call this the play bow. Sometimes your dog may walk in circles before they lie down. If you are wondering why they do this, it actually is a habit that perhaps their wolf ancestors passed down to them. Wolves do this before they lay down in order to flatten leaves or debris that have made their resting spot uncomfortable. While your dog probably doesn't have any debris lying around their dog bed or kitchen floor, they seem to have retained this habit, and it is quite funny to watch them do it. You know what? Cats also do this, but probably just to get comfortable before committing to that eventual rest. Some people may try to quiet their dogs when they howl, but there is a reason that your dog will make this primitive sound. In short, this is a dog's way of yelling. Just like yelling is a way for humans to release any angry feelings they have inside, dogs do the same thing by howling. It is a form of catharsis for the dog, who may be holding in some kind of frustration, annoyance, or pain. Owners assume that dogs howl in order to assert their dominance, but in reality, they are doing so because it feels good for them to do it. Does your dog come to cuddle you after eating? Just like sleeping in your bed at night, this could be another sign of their love for you. After a meal, just like many humans, dogs want to take a good nap. And they want to be near their favorite person when they do it. Actually, this is an intense way for canines to express their adoration of their favorite human, you. Just a tip: if your dog tends to do this, watch what you feed them. You do not want any gas passing while they are cuddling up against you. No, panting doesn't mean that your dog is out of breath or about to have a heart attack. Actually, this is the way that dogs cool off when they're overheating. Because they aren't able to sweat like humans, this is their own way of lowering their body temperature. If you see your dog panting, it's a good time to give them water. Another reason for panting may be that your dog is trying to alleviate pain or stress. Most dogs pant on the reg, but it is important to monitor this and make sure they have all their needs met. In some aspects, dogs are very similar to humans in how they relay their emotions. Much like humans, they show a lot of their emotions in their eyes. When they are sad or tired, they look down at the ground. When they are excited, they open their eyes wide open and look around excitedly. When they want something, they will look at you and perhaps raise their eyebrows as if they are asking you a question. For a lot of dogs, you can tell how they are feeling by looking at their eyes rather than at their tail. For real. This is one of the cutest poses a dog can be in, the Superman pose. Surely your dog has sometimes come back from a long walk or a run or some very energetic playtime with other dog buddies and has completely crashed, lying on its belly, limbs sprawled out on the floor. This basically means that your dog has finally reached the point of exhaustion. Puppies do this a lot since it makes it easier for them to quickly pop back up into a standing position and go back to playing for another 10 hours. Check out this guy, he looks so cute in his Superman pose. As opposed to the dead bug pose, there is also another position that looks like your dog is passed out. But unlike the dead bug position, which means your dog is comfortable and on cloud 9, this pose may mean your dog is overheating and is quickly trying to cool off. So, how do you recognize this pose? If a dog's paws are swung across its chest, it's better to just leave them alone and let them get their rest. They'll find a way to cool off alone. Don't worry, he's not passed out in the true sense of the word, he's just uber relaxed. This pose might look adorably cute, but it actually means that your dog is not getting a good night's sleep when it lies like this. We call this the belly curl. Pretty similar to the Superman pose, but this time around, the dog's legs are completely straight, making it almost look like he is doing some planks. The belly curl is when your dog sleeps on its belly with its paws underneath or out to the sides, and dogs can't reach REM sleep because their muscles aren't completely relaxed. Dogs with a more gentle and shy personality often sleep like this. Thanks for watching, we hope you found it informative.